Remember, you wanted this. Hi, this is Trey Passer, and this is my movie review with minor spoilers of Jack Reacher, starring Tom Cruise. There's a ticket stub. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. Jack Reacher. There you go. Okay, so that tonight, Jack Reacher, for those who've seen the trailer or those who haven't seen the trailer, it's a story basically, you see the trailer, it's a movie that opens with, sniper. You see a sniper setting up shots, and 5 innocent people get picked off, and quickly police arrest the suspect and, confirm, his guilt. It seems like a slam dunk case, except that the suspect, says he's innocent and just writes 3 words on the form when they ask him to confess. Get Jack Reacher, of course, okay? And then on the way back to prison, the suspect is basically beaten into a coma, okay? And by the time Jack Reacher does show up, his attorney is, of course, he's grateful. He thinks, of course, that, him saying get Jack Reacher means that, this guy is coming with evidence to clear her client. And, of course, he says, no, he's here to bury this guy, okay? And he basically, without getting too complicated, he basically tells the history of this guy to his female attorney. Okay, he tells her his history in the army when there was an army, this guy, about how this guy was basically a killer and got away with it. Okay, and of course she asks him to look at the evidence, and he starts investigating, looking into the evidence, and of course that he starts investigating, and it seems a bit too neat for him. And then he starts, of course, investigating, and of course, things are not quite what they seem. Okay, now, this movie, of course, stars Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher. Now, this is based on a series of novels by Lee Child, I believe is the author. And I was reading a little bit about it before I went to see this movie, and a lot of people were, I guess, complaining about, Tom Cruise casting himself as Jack Reacher, because according to the novels, Jack Reacher is supposed to be a mountain of a man. He's supposed to be like 6'5", and solidly built, of course. But of course, Tom Cruise, I think, is about 5'6", 5'7". Okay, but it doesn't matter. It works for me. I saw this movie tonight, and like I said, with no knowledge of reading the novels and stuff, and not really just seeing the trailer. And I wanted to see it based on the trailer, and I went to see it tonight, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself with this. Like I said, Tom Cruise's character, Jack Reacher, is like a no-nonsense guy. He's an ex-military cop who basically lives off the grid, okay? And basically there's no way, he just basically, they kind of go into this whole spiel about how he's this great, ex-soldier, cop, basically investigates things, and he lives off the grid, so he doesn't stay in one city too long, and he goes from place to place, and I guess they have a tagline, he only cares, he don't care about innocent or guilty. He just cares about doing what's right. I know it's kind of a corny thing, but it works with Tom Cruise, and it kind of works as Tom Cruise is a total badass in this. And like I say, he doesn't speak that much, but when he speaks, what he says is important. And who else is? I want to tell you who else is in this movie. So besides Tom Cruise, it's Rosamund Pike, who I believe you've seen her before. She was in Clash of the Titans. She played I forgot her character's name in Clash of the Titans, but she I can't remember. I'll write it over the video. But in Clash of the Titans, so you know who she is. And Richard Jenkins is in this. Okay, he plays the DA, and Rosamund Pike, who plays the female attorney of the alleged sniper suspect. She's his daughter. Okay, and then you have David Oyelowo. I'm going to butcher his name. Oyelowo, who plays Emerson, the cop investigating the case. Okay, and then you have Jai Courtney. We have Werner Herzog, who's a famous director, and I won't tell you what his part in this is, because that kind of be kind of a spoiler. Okay, but basically, and excuse me, one other person. Joseph Sakara. He plays Barr, the guy who gets accused. The sniper that gets accused of killing the 5 people in the park. And basically, like I said, Tom Cruise's character Jack Reacher, he came to town basically to bury this guy, to basically confirm for herself that, you know, because this guy, he investigated this guy when he was in the army, and the guy basically, like I say, killed people and got away with it, you know, because the army wanted to, you know, sweep it under the rug. So of course, you know, Jack Reacher sees that this guy's been accused of killing people again, so he comes to like to tell the people what he knows and confirm, yeah, and really make sure this guy gets the death penalty. But like I said, when he starts investigating, of course, he finds out things are not quite as they see a slam dunk as they seem. And I love Tom Cruise in this part. And the great thing, I think, what works for Tom Cruise in this movie, like, you know, I know people are bitching about his size and stuff, but I think that works actually to his advantage in this movie because people underestimate him. But like I said, Tom Cruise is a total badass, and I won't, you know, go into detail about what he does to prove it. But trust me, Tom Cruise is a total badass in this movie. Confident, of course, as usual, and a total badass in this movie. And he's really good. And like I said, Werner Herzog is a director, and I think he is, I guess, sometimes an actor, and he plays a very important part in this movie. That's what I don't want to spoil. Okay, and he did good. He was suitably creepy in this movie. So, okay, and Rosamund Pike, she's like I said, the attorney for the suspect bar, and she's decent enough, and she, you know, and then you have David Oyelowo. I know I butchered his name. He plays the lead, you know, investigator, detective that's investigating the case, and he was good. And also you have Robert Duvall. He has a small part in there, and he's good as usual. Robert Duvall, who always brings class to everything he does. Okay, but this is a really enjoyable movie and a really, I guess, the beginning of a franchise. Okay, because I think this movie's going to do really good. So, and I would definitely love to see Tom Cruise do this part again. I think he was total bad. And there's a great, which you see probably if you've seen the trailer. Well, you know, there's a great car chase in the middle, yeah, in the middle of the movie, which is an absolute kick-ass car chase, which is absolutely fantastic. And like I said, Tom Cruise acquits himself really nice. Like I said, I love he's a total badass. Like I said, doesn't speak that much, doesn't say too much, but when he says, you know, you pay attention. You know, like I say, he doesn't waste words. Okay, that's a good way I think to describe his character, Jack Reacher. He doesn't waste words and stuff, and he's really a total badass, and I totally buy Tom Cruise in this part. Okay, and that's, so I definitely would give this movie a thumbs up and definitely recommend you go see this movie. It's definitely worth seeing. Okay, so that's my opinion and my review. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Patterson saying so long and take care.